I could be wrong, I could be right. The first thing that came into my brain zone when I was presented the theme of Rise is the song by Public Image Limited entitled Rise. Johnny Lydon, one-time fashion punk and anarchist, sporting shitty neon orange dreadlocks and an ill-fitting suit in the video, chanting slogans and cliches like, "May the road rise with you," which is a bastardization of the old English blessing which goes, "May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be at your back." And I guess that means that may you always be at the top of the rise. That way you don't have to climb any hills, hence an easier walk. I'm not sure how dear old Johnny Rotten intended it to fit into his song, which I'm pretty sure is about just how rebellious he was. High school memories always want to jump to the front of the queue, right? But now, at 44 years on this soil ball, other concerns force their way in. Rise, such a positive word, such a plethora of meanings and connotations depending on the context. Physical, political, economic, social. Let's start with the physical. It's a fucking miracle to rise every morning from the dream-soaked sheets of my bed. This rise is occasionally predicated by vicious leg cramps, which cause me to rise faster than intended, dizzy and spinning to grab a glass of water and walk off the tortured, throbbing, writhing tightness of my calf muscles. I have always suffered from vicious leg cramps, and they never fail to make me rise. Some mornings, another part of my body rises before my brain. What the hell? I mean, what is the point of waking up horny? If you have a partner, you then have to wake them up, disturbing their precious sleep. And if you don't have a lover next to you when this unpredictable rise occurs, well shit, you are left holding the sack. Personally, I don't like to start my day with masturbation, not before coffee. So waking up with a giant boner is annoying. That's right, I said giant. Grateful for that first rise of the day. As middle age beats on my body, I am grateful for any physical rise at all. Now, socially, one is encouraged to rise to the occasion, rise above it, be better than it. The indomitable quality of the human spirit is expected to conquer all trials and tribulations, to overcome all obstacles and impediments. Just do it. Rise above it. All rise for Her Imperial Majesty. Now kneel down. All rise for the Honorable Judge so-and-so. You may be seated. Rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Rise up and praise the Lord above. Man, can we just chill out? It is a lot of pressure to keep rising and kneeling and rising and sitting. It's a lot of pressure to face every damn problem and know that you must rise above it and conquer. Sometimes I just want to walk away, sink into my sofa, and not rise for hours. Don't let them get a rise out of you. Now what the fuck is that? Stupid English where words mean like 50 things at once. Their endless nagging really got a rise out of him. A rise in temperature, a rise of emotion, a rise of annoyance. Oh yes, all of them at once. Anyway, enough with the fluff. Let's be clear here about this next bit. I make no claim to any expertise on the state of world affairs. As a casual observer, I will probably come up as hypocritical at best and underinformed, no, that's at worst, and underinformed at best, but here goes. What I think we're really imagining here in the context of the march to war is that we hope and expect that the people will rise up against their oppressors, rise up against tyranny. And make no mistake, it is happening. It doesn't get the kind of in-depth news media coverage of, oh, say, the Academy Awards, or whatever celebrity bullshit is going on this week. Oh, Academy fans, right. If you dig deeply into the spinning web of information that we have available to us, you will find it the real rise. Maybe it's the Occupy movement. We privileged, educated, and well-fed cosmopolitan folk are aware of this rise. It's us, the 99%, against them, the 1%. But you know what? There is no them. It's all us, right? You're angry with the politicians that have allowed big corporate dollars to influence the policies they back? Hey man, I didn't vote for them, but we did. We gave those corporations our dollars. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. We still do. We can't help it. The system is designed and manipulated to keep us from going on the rise. Whatever phone we use, whatever gas we buy, the food we eat, the television we watch, the internet we surf, the books we read, all that shit is connected to big corporate money somewhere. Oh, I know, you're thinking, no way, you big fatty. I only shop at farmers markets, I ride a bicycle, and my cell phone is an Adreno unit that I built from scratch in my garage. Well, let me tell you, when you go and buy that big old bag of kale from Joe Farmer, he is going to go right back and put your dollar into his gas tank with big oil. And then he's going to call his wife on AT&T's network and he's going to say, honey, call up Citibank, we made enough at the market today to get that small business loan we need. It's all connected. Brutal. Shit. Now, what about that bicycle shop in your neighborhood promoting green living and shopping local? They have to get their supplies delivered by a truck, and unless that shop is really on the progressive side of things, using only vegetable oil burning hybrid delivery trucks, well shit, that shop is connected to the system too. So what can we do to resist, to rise above this trap? Well, we could transfer our money to credit unions out of the big banks. That does seem to be a legitimate way to rise up against the overwhelming tide of money that controls every aspect of our first world life. We can walk more, use less, recycle, share, co-op, all that hippie shit that every one of us in here is aware that we should be doing. Maybe we do some of this. Maybe it's time to rise to that challenge. A favorite song lyric of mine goes, I can't change the world, but I can change the world in me. Meanwhile, in other corners of the globe, not covered by TMZ, which in this context represents all mainstream US news outlet, the people really are rising. They rise up against corporate governments, religious extremists of all sorts in Thailand, Venezuela, the Ukraine. This is happening right now. As we sit here in this semi-comfortable wooden box, there are actual humans rising up against injustice, gathering by the thousands. In Tibet today, they commemorate the 1959 uprising against the presence of China in their country, a struggle that continues to this day.